Hey everybody, welcome to The Right Side with Doug Billings. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening on all of the podcast platforms in America. We just got news today. We are on Pandora. We're actually very happy about that. But we are on all of the podcast platforms. So whether you subscribe to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Spotify, and now Pandora, whatever, there's lots more. But we are there and we're on all of them. It's really exciting for us here, and we appreciate your support. We've been named one of the most up-and-coming new political conservative talk shows and commentaries in the country, and it's an honor that we're very appreciative for. We are grateful and we're happy. If you want to see the glory, the splendor, the charisma, the passion, and I might add beauty of the program, you'll want to go over to YouTube and subscribe to us over there as well. Please look us up. The Right Side with Doug Billings. On YouTube, subscribe to us. Give a click to a few videos, like and comment on them. Keep it nice. And subscribe to us on your favorite platform for podcasts as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, wow. A quote for you. Does anyone actually think that there's going to be less violence in America if Donald Trump is elected? Have you heard that quote? Do you know who said it? This is a major political subtextual signal that if President Trump is reelected, there will be more violence. You can count on it. That's what that quote means. I didn't say it. I'm simply observing it. I'm simply listening to it. I'm simply analyzing it. It's significant on multiple levels. But what does it mean? What could that little quote possibly mean? It seemed so harmless when you just kind of see the person reading it, saying it, thinking that he's speaking it. Does anyone think that there will be less violence if President Trump is elected? Does anyone think that there will be less violence in America if President Trump is reelected? Now, when you read this quote, or you hear it over and over, and you begin to let it percolate through you, and you begin to kind of meditate on it, you think about it, you begin to analyze it, which, of course, is what my excellence is all about, you know, the analyzation of liberal intellectual immaturity. That's what I'm good at. That's what I was born to do, point out the intellectual immaturity of liberals. So here's the deal. That quote that I've read already several times in the short but beautiful span of this program is from a nominee for the President of the United States. A nominee for President of the United States, mind you, of a major political party, who has made a threat of continued violence if President Trump is reelected. It's almost as if, you know, my psychology teachers back in college would say, you know, Mr. Billings, that's a subtextual comment. You better re-examine what you're really saying there, because I think the subtext is more violent than what is actually being said. Well, you're damn right. It's almost subtextual, but as I began to think about it and apply my astute professional analytics to it, my ability to understand and read between the lines of what these new Democratic Socialist Party candidates actually mean, it's not subtextual. It's overt. It's out there. It's dangerous, that quote. Well, and if you haven't guessed already, you're from Raytown, Missouri. But if you haven't guessed, it's a quote that Joe Biden gave and said in a speech just the other day in Pittsburgh, where about 25 people showed up to see him speak. And he is the nominee. Don't get me wrong. He's the nominee of a major political party. I had predicted that he's not going to be the nominee. I still stand by it. I think that before the election, Joe's going to be out. He's going to be out. They're not going to let him run. This is just kind of a warm-up. But Joe is the nominee, the current nominee of a major political party in the United States. But make no mistake, Joe Biden's political party is not an American political party. The new Democratic Socialist Party clearly, and you can't deny it, evidence of the obvious is sufficient. It's clearly not an American political party. All they want to do is to gut America. They want to disembowel it. They want to destroy the republic as it's founded by our founding fathers. Look at it this way. Joe is the front man of the band named Radical Socialist. Hey, man, let's go see Radical Socialist. I hear Joe's going to be singing, man. I hear Springsteen's warming up for him because, Springsteen's so irrelevant these days. He's now the warm-up guy. But Joe's not the songwriter of the band Radical Socialist. No. He's not the lyricist. Doesn't do any of the notes, doesn't do any of the lyrics. He's just the voice of the band Radical Socialists. Does he look like a radical socialist? He asked the question. I don't know. Maybe, yeah. I mean, if Bernie Sanders was just walking down the street and saying, do I look like a radical socialist? No. But Joe and Bernie certainly act like radical socialists. But these band members, the new, the Radical Socialists, this new band where Joe's the front man, the vocalist, the band members are the usual crowd, and you can guess what I'm going to say, who I'm going to say. You got Chuck, you got Nancy, you got AOC over there, you got Bernie, Kamala, Ilhan. All of the members of the new Democratic Socialist Party are writing the lyrics to Joe's tunes now, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what? When you're at one of these concerts, the mosh pit? Well, Joe Biden and his band, the Radical Socialists, have created a mosh pit in all of the cities that are run and managed by members of the new Democratic Socialist Party. Seattle, Portland, New York, Minneapolis, Kenosha, Kansas City, Chicago, you name it. Wherever there's riots happening, there's only one thing in common. They're run and managed by members of the new Democratic Socialist Party, and they are the mosh pit for Joe Biden's band, Radical Socialists. It's happening right out there in your streets, ladies and gentlemen. Mosh pits gone wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, hi, Doug Billings here on the right side. It's not every day that we here at the program get to meet someone who rubs elbows with American heroes. But we've done just that, and he's become a friend of the program, and we're grateful for it. The Commander's Artist, otherwise known on Twitter as The Real Mad Dog 58. Make sure you look him up and give him a follow on Twitter at The Real Mad Dog 58. And more importantly, perhaps, look him up on the web, www.thecommandersartist.com. He's the personal artist of General Mike Flynn. Personal friend of the general's is a personal friend of mine, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm flattered that he's become a friend of the right side. You can check out his artwork just over my right shoulder. The right side logo that we use at the beginning and end of every program. There's one of me up there in my Revolutionary War garb, protecting the Republic from intellectual liberal immaturity. And one of Donald Trump up there as well. We love it. My chosen leader. TheCommandersArtist.com and The Real Mad Dog 58 on Twitter. Mad Dog, Commander's Artist, thank you, brother. Thank you for your friendship, for all you've done for the show. Cheers.